I don't know if this is considered an unpopular opinion, but if you have a daughter, you need to stop calling her princess if you do. The way that Disney has branded the princess is based on her beauty as her most important asset. This term also encourages the damsel in distress that needs to be rescued by a man, and it doesn't focus on their intelligence or integrity or any other character trait. Why don't we call girls scientist, engineer, doctor? Like, why does it have to be something cutesy like, oh, princess, what do you need? Like, no. My daughter's father called her princess yesterday, and I had to lecture him again because we do not use that term in this house. Even my own sisters have called her princess, and I will tell them, don't call her that. Maybe I come across as very controlling, but I think it's a very harmful word, and she shouldn't look up to that term.
Period poverty doesn't just affect women. Two-spirits, trans men, non-binary people, and genderqueer people can all have periods. And arguably, period poverty may be higher in these populations. Here's why. You ever seen a tampon dispenser or a box of free tampons in a men's bathroom? What about a period aisle not labeled feminine hygiene or pink boxes all around it? Periods can be a really tough and dangerous time for people that aren't cisgender women. So if you're donating period products or putting them out in your workplace or school, make sure they're in all bathrooms, or at least that all people have access to these products. Because blood has no gender, baby.
Many people ask me, how do you use they, them pronouns for a singular person? Well, it's really easy. All you have to do is use it the same way that you would talk about a group of people. So for example, I, Addison, use they, them pronouns. In that case, you talk about me like this. I know Addison. They are amazing. Their dress and their hair are amazing. And I'm so proud to know them. Now, a fun fact about they, them pronouns is that they've been used in a singular context for centuries. Even going back to Shakespearean times, there's actual documentation in literature using they and them in singular contexts. But if that still doesn't convince you to use they, them pronoun, I'll leave you with this piece of information. Our language is constantly changing and adapting. We're evolving to find new terms and language to self-identify. So get with the times, don't be an asshole.
About how it's actually horrifying that the Kardashians went out of their way to have kids with black men just so that they could have a closer proximity to black culture, just so that when you call them out on appropriating black culture, they bring up their proximity to black people and their half-black children. They bred their children like dogs. And as a black woman, you cannot change my opinion on this, and I know a lot of other black women and mixed black women feel the same way, that eventually at some point in their life, these kids will grow up and realize that one of the main reasons their parents had them is so that they could have a closer proximity to black culture. It's gonna be a horrifying moment for those kids.
The Republican Party built the Taliban army in Afghanistan, and they're currently building the Taliban army in Texas. That's right, the Texas Taliban is terrorizing women in Texas. They're letting them know that if the Taliban rape you and you get pregnant, you have to carry that terrorist baby to term. And if you don't carry that terrorist baby to term, you can be sued $10,000 by the Taliban. And I'm guessing more than one Taliban soldier can sue you. And the Taliban can sue not only the person getting the abortion, the person driving them to the abortion, they can sue the doctor that provides the abortion. Don't let them build a Taliban army in your state. Make sure you vote in every single election, every single one, because the Republican Taliban army is coming.
Something that's been bothering me about the fact that Texas restrictive abortion laws are going in effect today is how a lot of American journalists and, commentators are comparing this to the Taliban and Sharia law. And I just want to point it out, if you don't already know this, if you can't already clock it, this is Islamophobia. What is going on with Texas right now has nothing to do with the racist boogeyman that you've conjured up in your mind. And it has everything to do with the fact that right-wing evangelism caused this. That's it. Point blank, period. It has to do with the fact that white people's birth rates are declining. And in a country where whiteness is power, that is a bad thing to them. It has to do with holding on to the systemic power that they've had for so long that they will do anything, including making sure that they harm women and children to keep the status quo. It has to do with white supremacy. That's why this is happening.
5 facts to fight diet culture.
The idea that we cannot govern our own bodies is rooted in European colonization. Diet culture is not rooted in health, it's rooted in power. Your body needs food.
You don't have to earn it or burn it off. The harm starts young. Children internalize fat phobia by the age of 5. Diet culture is fat phobia.
It can't be reformed, it must be abolished.
I hate that straight people have taken the incredibly complex and nuanced thing that is the queer experience and stolen it, oversimplified it, bastardized it, commodified it, and then they try to straight explain it back to us as if they know more about it than we do. I hate that we have to make ourselves either entirely invisible or shove our identities into neat little stereotypes that they can easily digest in order for them to take us seriously. I hate having to infantilize and handhold straight people constantly in order to reduce the chances of a temper tantrum and the subsequent revocation of their support. I hate the idea of the ever patient, ever willing to teach queer that straight people seem to think encapsulates all of us. I am not your fucking encyclopedia. I am far too busy living my own life to attempt to educate you for hours on end without monetary compensation, or at least without the insistence constantly that I'm not being as nice as you want me to be. If you're so interested, do a modicum of research yourself, and if you won't even do that, you're not actually interested.
Hi, my name is Harvey Quinn, and this is my new song called Biden Boy. Baby, I'm a Biden boy. I'm a Biden boy. Democrats are number one, so we're gonna take your guns. Baby, I'm a Biden boy, just trying to make it. And you better get that vax. I know the medical facts. You better wear that mask, or I'm gonna kick your ass.
In the grocery line, and there's a woman ahead of me talking to her friend that was with her, telling her about how she scheduled all of her kids for their, COVID vaccination appointments. Well, she had one of her kids with her who was a little boy, and of course his reaction to hearing this was, no, I don't want to get a shot, they hurt, please don't make me get a shot, blah 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 blah. Typical kid response. Her reaction to him was this: if you don't get your COVID vaccination, Santa can't come to the house and bring you gifts, because Santa can only come into the houses of vaccinated children to bring them gifts. So that's what we're doing now. So the little kids in Timmy's class that maybe can't get the shot, Santa ain't coming to their house. Okay.
I find it outstanding that my friend thinks I want to go to lunch with my other friend who is Latina after I know she voted for Trump. I can't do that. My friend was like, it's just a matter of difference of opinion. Difference of opinion? No. It's about right or wrong. It's about having morals or not having morals. Difference of opinion is, I prefer scrambled eggs with cheese, and you prefer eggs over easy. That's a difference of opinion. You know what? Any choice is fine. It doesn't hurt anyone. But choosing Trump, which is actually hurtful to people, and especially people of color, absolutely not. Not ready to forgive. I don't know how you guys feel about it, and how are you guys doing with your friendships? Let me know.
Trying this again because I keep running out of time and fucking up. I keep forgetting I can't say certain words on here, so let's try this. Mostly I feel feminine or non-binary. Today I'm feeling really femme and cat-like as well. Yeah. But I also feel masculine, mostly boyish. I don't ever really want a woohoo. I'm proud to have a hoo-ha. But I also, sometimes want to take these guys off. But other times I'm happy to have them. I love to play with them. I love them. Other days I want to tape them down. I'm running out of time. But yeah, I go through stages of feeling feminine, non-binary, and sometimes boyish. So
I just added bug to my list of pronouns, so here's a very quick tutorial on how to use bugs pronouns in sentences. Okay, let's go. I'm meeting up with my friend Moth later. Bug just dyed Bug's hair, and it's this super cool green color right now. I think we're gonna go to Bug's house and play some video games. And then I think Bug said that Bug wanted to go to the store by Bug's self. So I'm gonna head out after that, and then maybe we'll get to hang out another time. I love hanging out with Moth. Bug is a super cool friend, and I'm so glad that Bug hangs out with me. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, that is how you use Bug's self pronouns. And I'm always willing to answer questions about my pronouns.